Well, hello and welcome to the Kyle Ewald podcast. I'm super excited that you have joined. I have some really cool announcements I wanted to share with you. A lot's happening, a lot's going on in life, and I wanted to talk to you about it and really also encourage you in your life. And so until then, I want to have a quick bumper and we'll be right back. Let's go. What's up? Hey, listen, I want to encourage you. If you're watching this, I want to encourage you to share this with your friends and family. I really want to be able to help encourage people who are going to be watching this. Also, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you could go to YouTube, search Life of Kyle, put Life of Kyle Ewald, and you're going to see our live podcast that we do every single week, about once a week. We're going to have fun guests on. We're going to be talking about life. We're going to be talking about walking with the Lord. Really, this podcast is really to be geared towards people who, number one, just want to follow the Lord, but number two, entrepreneurs out there, young entrepreneurs out there that really want to be able to do a lot for the kingdom, but also a lot in the business and seeing that mesh together and being effective with that. And so if you feel like this will bless you, help you, that would mean the world to me if you went there and you shared. A week ago, we had a friend of mine named Abby. She recently lost her father. And so we were able to talk about that. And so there's so many different topics. We're going to be bringing on friends of mine that are also business owners, talking about how to start businesses, best practices, what they wish they would have done early on, different things like that, all the way to just your relationship with God, to walking through problems, walking through literal life problems, and really just kind of talking through that. Because more than importantly, we know that we need to have people to talk to and people to relate with. And so I pray that this podcast does only one thing, which is bless you, right? And so I want this to be on your weekly rotation to where you get alerts and you subscribe to this, so that way it can bless you. Because I mean, we have so much content in this world where I just want to be able to put more content out that is actually encouraging people. Hey, if you're following me, you know that I just not randomly, but just started our own shoe company. Yes, I know that's random. I am a very big believer to have multiple streams of income. So we have our business called Zion Multimedia, where we do social media marketing and digital marketing for almost 100 clients. I literally have 2 more clients to get, and we're officially going to have 100 clients by the grace of God. God is so good. If you don't know what we do primarily social media marketing and Facebook ads for franchise-based companies. And we also have private companies, meaning just small business that we do social media for. We have clients like Christian Brothers Automotive, Chick-fil-A. We have so many different clients. We have dentists. We have, the whole list. The list goes on. Anyways, it's so amazing what we're able to do. I'm also mentoring a guy right now, actually, in Facebook ads, teaching him the ins and outs of Facebook ads so he can go out and start his own company, which is so awesome. But I also started this footwear company, which is amazing. You should go check it out. It's called zionfootwarecom. And so you should go there and order a pair of shoes. You can use code 10. If you use code 10, you'll get a discount for your order. Super exciting about that. Well, I wanted to encourage you because, here while I'm on and I'm live and doing this podcast, I want to encourage you on life and being effective. I want to encourage you to do a lot with your life. Now, here's the deal. You may be called to be simple, right? I had people in my life, a lady that I talk about a lot, her name's Christy Vance. Her calling, she loved Jesus, but her calling was to, at that time, work at a bank. And so every single day I would go and work for a bank. I did this when I was young, worked at a bank. And I would walk into her office and she would literally just preach the gospel to me, encourage me every single day. And that was her calling. But then you have people like me who I have multiple things going on. As many of you know, we have a nonprofit called The Forgotten People. We're going to be taking trips this March to Guatemala. We're going to be taking trips in April to Guatemala, taking trips in the summer. It's going to be amazing. If you're interested in going to Guatemala, go to theforgottenpeople.net. Look around, see what's happening. Message me. If you're ever interested in going to Guatemala, message me. It'd be so awesome. But we're running a nonprofit and I'm running a business. And then I have multiple different things like Zion Footwear and all that. And people are like, bro, are you not losing your mind? Like, what are you doing? Well, thank God, by the grace of God, we have about 15 employees. And so they're able to help me manage all this stuff. And my amazing wife keeps up with me. She's able to literally help me do all of this. And what I'm really big on is automating everything, right? So making it simple, making the processes simple. And I want to encourage you with that is that there's so many of you out there who are saying, Kyle, like, I want to do this type of stuff. I want to start my own business. I want to start my own thing. I want to do this and do that. And one thing I want to encourage you is to go out and do it. There's two things that I believe people that prevents people. Number one is fear, right? The fear that this is not going to go well. And here's what's crazy is most likely it's not going to go well. I tried to start like 4 businesses before I started Zion Multimedia. Well, finally, Zion Multimedia, after 2 years of hard work, I'm still working hard anyways, but 2 years of hard work, it finally started gaining momentum, right? And so for you, the fear of failure, the fear of, I don't have time. I'm going to tell you, step out of the boat, just like Peter in the Bible, right? Where he stepped out of the boat and into the sea, right? Like that is so unrealistic, but he did it because he trusted in the Lord. And that's what I want to encourage you with is step out of your boat. A lot of you have full-time jobs, have part-time jobs, and you say, man, I really want to do this stuff, but I don't have time. Listen, I'm going to tell you, you're never going to just not have time. You're never going to have all the time in the world. I run a business. When I come home right at 5, which is right now, I try to just chill out. I put my phone away. I try to get with my baby, my wife. I have dinner. I spend quality time with my family if I don't get off earlier. I spend time with my wife, and then usually she'll fall asleep. And then what I'll do is I'll jump back on my computer for maybe a couple hours, knock out some things that I need to do. And then I'll go to sleep, right? And I'll wake up at 7:30 in the morning and I'll start working and start having meetings and all that. And so you're always going to be hustling. You're always going to be busy. So I want to encourage you. You're going to have to spend time. I have 2 people right now that I'm mentoring and running a business and running Facebook ads, and they're willing to go above and beyond. After they get off work, they want to come and meet with me, and I help train them, different things like that. And so the fear of failure, the fear of I don't know how to do this, the fear of all that, I want you to know there's always going to be fear. But if the Lord does it, if the Lord starts it, if the Lord has given you the vision, that's the other thing too, is don't go off and just start something on your own whim if it's not the Lord's will for your life, right? So if it's not the Lord's will for your life, it's most likely not going to work out. And so I want to encourage you, if this is something that God has led you to do, he will finish it. He will encourage you. And here's the deal. You're not going to be able to do in the physical what God has called you to do sometimes. And here's what I mean by that. I have a nonprofit. We wanted to build this huge life center there in Guatemala. And one thing that, I was talking to our team and they said, it's going to be $300,000 to build. And I'm sitting here saying, I don't have $300,000. Are you kidding me? Right. And that's the kind of stuff that I want to do, is stuff where I look at myself and say, there's no way possible I'm able to do this. So I didn't graduate high school at all. I've never stepped a foot in college. But what's crazy is now I look and I'm running a business, I'm running a nonprofit, and some people ask me, they're like, well, how are you doing this? And that's where God gets the glory, because I get to tell them literally the Lord is the only reason why any of this is happening. And so I want you to not have fear. I want you to move forward not having fear. The second part is the knowledge. I learned Facebook ads, the very beginning part of Facebook ads. literally around 3 years ago, I think. And it took me literally just me spending nights on YouTube, me spending days calling people that I knew that knew how to do it. And I thank God every single day that I spent that time doing that, because the knowledge was crazy. And what's amazing is now we have almost 100 clients by the grace of God, because I've learned this one trade that I knew not a lot of people knew. People ask me, well, what's your key to business and success? Well, for me, it's finding things that is not super common. If you're going to go and try to sell water bottles on the side of the road, well, that's going to be pretty hard because there's water bottles everywhere, right? But if you find something that you can hardly find anywhere else, well, now you're golden, right? And so that's what I've tried to do in my life is I have a creative mind. I love marketing. I feel like I'm naturally good and gifted at marketing. I look at the way campaigns work and I say, man, we can make it work better and way more effective if we do it like this. And so what I've done is I've been able to do that. And so for you, you're able to go and do the same thing. And so it may not be marketing, it may not be Facebook ads, it may not be some of those, but what it may be is you going off and learning a trade or whatever it may be that may bless you. So anyways, I wanted to encourage you with that and really encourage you, whoever you are, go and be effective. Why am I in business? Why do I run a business called Zion Multimedia? So that way I can be extremely rich and go, sorry, that's funny. Look at that. Is it so that way I could be extremely rich and just sit and bask in all the money? Absolutely not. It's so that I can be more effective for the kingdom. And you say, oh, well, I've heard that before. Well, for me, I used to travel from church to church to church, begging for money to go and send to Guatemala, right? And especially in today's world, I thank God every day that we have a business that helps support our mission to Guatemala. I thank God. I don't know where we would be without my business today. And I believe that's what God has called us to do, is be smart about how we're able to do things, how we can raise money, how we can work and actually make the money for the nonprofit, right? And so it's all genuinely for the glory of God and for us to do amazing things. I'm going to be able to go and do crusades this year. And we just traveled to Guatemala, and all of that is because we've been able to do this. And so anyways, for you, never be ashamed to go out and start your own thing, start your own business, start your own nonprofit. Be led by the Lord and be confident in what the Lord is calling you to do. Listen, I know the vision that God's giving me. I know what he is calling me to do. I know how far he's telling me to go. And so for me, I'm the only one that really knows that, along with my wife. So therefore, I'm going to be confident in that and I'm going to move forward. Listen, I'm going to walk into meetings with Chick-fil-A as intimidated as all get out. Why? Because this is a huge corporation. I never in my wildest dreams would have thought I would have been able to get. But ultimately, I know that the Lord is right next to me, that the Lord has led this. The Lord has allowed this to move forward. So anyways, be blessed. I want you to know. Anyways, I wanted to say thank you. I'm looking at some of the comments over here. Royce, you're amazing. He has his own, I think it's a radio show in Dallas. You're awesome. I miss Dallas. You're such an amazing guy. I love catching up with you. I don't know if there's any other comments. If y'all comment, I actually see comments live here. Also, listen, hey, I want you to go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I want you to follow us here on social media. I want to make sure, hey, David Simmons is watching. What's up, bro? How are you? He actually helps me with running a lot of the digital side of our business, meaning, helping with things like emails and just different technical stuff like that I don't have any time for. It's so amazing. I have another guy named Brett Passmore who is absolutely amazing, who literally provides all of our email support. If you ever need a digital company that helps you with all your domains and all of your emails and all that, you need to hit up N-Step Technology Solutions. They're absolutely amazing. I wasn't paid to say that. I just love them. They're an incredible group of people. Anyways, hey, listen, that's all I have today. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Again, make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you share this to encourage someone to go out and start their own thing. I love you all and have a blessed day. See you soon. Bye-bye.